They said I could never talk good sports radio.
What you talking about, Will?
But I told them.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
So I found out.
It's a transmitter. It's a radio for speaking.
So I saw the light talking sports radio.
I have seen the light!
So I thought about starting Rev T Sports Revival.
By George, it's got it. By George, it's got it.
People are saying
you can see how you have progressed in the show, and I'll tell you what, man, it shows. I mean, it totally shows.
And our callers are saying this. Right? Man, what you think about the Rev T Sports Revival?
Oh, no. The show seems really good. You seem like you have a lot of fun. This is why I called in, and you both know your sport. So it's always fun talking to people that know their sports. That's why I like to call in whenever I get a chance.
And after I introduce my guests, they say,
for that big intro, I don't know whether to make you my agent or have you call my mom.
Our guests are saying this.
Your broadcast always edifies, and y'all were inspirational. You're unselfish. You don't whitewash anything. You deal with the real problems and issues, whether they popular or unpopular.
And they saying, I'm sounding like this great legend that had a mouthpiece in the radio business.
Man, you talking sports over there like TV Green, man. That's what I like about Rev T Sports Revival.
But most of all, this. Hey, Fred, what you think about the Rev T Sports Revival?
Hey, when you tell them Rev T, if they ears ain't used to great talk radio, they need to adjust. Because at the end of the day, being different ain't being wrong. It's just being who you are. If they scared to be who they are, they probably shouldn't be listening to your show anyway.
Why tweet about it when you could talk about it on the Rev T Sports Revival? Believe that, baby. March with me. Good morning. I'm Savon Fidel at the Real Rev T, and I'd like to welcome you right here live on Mount Top Network Radio, DMV. It's the Rev T Sports Revival. I'm so glad to be here to the people. I said it to the high, I said it to the cold. Come to the Sports Revival to fill up your soul with all that good sports talk. Man, we got a lot to talk about on a Tuesday morning. We talking about Tuesday, October 17th, 2017, y'all. Yeah, NFL owners, NFLPA, they having their meeting today about that kneeling. And then listen here, NFL Week 6, it all went down. Said and done for. I want you lace your boots up, strap them up real tight. Come on and march with me. We live right here on the mountaintop, baby. Y'all ready? Come on, let's go. Ow! One more time. Yeah. Man, yeah, man. You know, always had to get a little crank. You know, somebody asked me the other day, y'all. They said, "Hey, Red, why you be putting that little church music on at the beginning of your show?" And guess what? As crazy as I am, as much shadiggity bop and shadiggity bang that I may talk to some or out my mouth, you know, from others, whatever, yada yada. Listen here, at the end of the day, man, I know somebody big time that's bigger than you and I. And I always feel like it's early in the morning. Ain't nothing like thanking the man above for starting your day and waking up. So that's why I do that. And good morning to the people. I see y'all tuning in and everything and stuff, and I'm good with that. And we got a lot to talk about. I kind of jumped ahead of myself. But you know, if I can and if I may, I want to just jump in and start without all these, you know, I got to say good morning to Christine and Marie. We see you tuning in this morning, Mama. We appreciate you so much, man. New face in the house. You part of the sports revival, man. And good morning to big brother Jerry Sutton tuning in this morning, man. Always a strong supporter of the sports revival, man. And then good morning to the lovely Elizabeth Newman, man. Good morning to you, Mama, up there in the NYC. That's one of my fellow Wilson Tigers, y'all homecoming this weekend. Y'all make sure y'all get up with Liz, man, to keep up what's going on with all the events they got going on in the area, man, especially for the class of 92, y'all. And then good morning to big brother Stephen Askin from the Inside Blitz, sitting there tuning in with us this morning, y'all. We appreciate him so much. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him at the Inside_Blitz right here on Mountaintop Network Radio DMV. Y'all can check him out on Sundays, 10 a.m., man. Stephen Atkins, I heard he might be going live next week, y'all. So y'all might really want to check that one out, y'all. Bringing all the good NFL picks and funny things, man. And good morning, man, to Diallo Raham, man. Good morning, man. Good morning to you, champ, man. Appreciate you tuning in. That's my cousin right there, Nia Randall Gregory. Good morning, cousin. Good morning to you. And big brother Randall Martin, man. That's that 85 South Redskin fan club. ATL, good morning, man. Good morning to y'all, man. And my brother and my friend to the end, we talk about Ricky Wade, y'all. He in the house, man. Yeah, he got some stories to tell, man. We was young and free, running wild and stuff. And always a pleasure, man, to see one of my good friends tuning in, man. Proud of you. See what you be doing with your family. Big brother L-Dub lives. He in the house this morning. Mysterious D, make them wonder. I see you, mama. Yeah, always a pleasure. Then that's my sister right there, y'all. In that burgundy gold, fill up my soul, man. We talking about Tanya Hurd. She in the house, y'all. Her and my family, man. Big shouts out to her and her sons and stuff. I love and appreciate them so much. And then big brother Iron Lion Zion. We see you, Shane, marching with us this morning, man. Always a pleasure. I'll take 15 minutes, man, to say good morning to every damn last person, man, that tuned into the show, man. And listen here, I say a lot of things I can't do alone, but this radio, man, I can't do it without the people, man, and people like Craig Shaw, man. I just got to take time, man, just to say good morning to you and big brother Rick Guerrero. We see you, man, tuning in, and we can't forget big brother William Farmer, man. We see y'all tuning in, and then there you go right there, y'all. That's big brother Richard, man, from that Wilson Tribe group. Y'all make sure y'all go get him a follow. And then big brother Sean Wiley, man, good morning to you, champ. Good morning, champ. Brother and friend, and my man 50 grand, Chris Young, y'all, from the streets, man, the way I pat my feet, man, to where I'm at now, man. Big brother Chris Young, he got some stories to tell you how I get down, and always glad to see you, brother, doing your thing like a chicken wing. But y'all want to get into a little bit of sports talk? That's good. We got 5 minutes before we go take a break. I want y'all to make sure y'all just take a moment. If you done came in the room, go share the post with the people. Go share the post to the people, man. Good morning to big brother Jason Hexter right there, y'all. And then 6'9", the Real Fields, he in the house, y'all. Hey, man, that's a legend down there in Shaw U when it come to that basketball thing, Slim. I seen it for my own eyes, man. Good brother and friend to the end, man. Yeah, man. But listen here, though. it's kind of just schemed through what's going on in the world of sports real quick. You know, and I used to have the little talk about scene and yada yada or whatever, but I don't really feel like doing nothing too much like that because I want to put this out here. And I know I might move a couple of people with this topics right here, but let me just make sure I get this image up so we can all be on one accord. Can I do that? Is that okay? Good. Let you know, if I'm gonna bring it, I'm gonna make sure I bring it to the table. I'm gonna make sure I bring it to the table with the people. You know, and what we about to talk about, some of y'all might get a little bit offended. I just want to give you a heads up before you come down that alley marching with me on this, because I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions about this, because the impact of this decision, whether it be good or whether it be bad, it can cause a domino effect in sports, big time. Can I get the picture up? Can I get the picture up? Oh, okay. All right. That's why I can't get the picture up. There you go right there. I got it now. Y'all ready? Good. Come on. Let's see how much time I got before I gotta go break. I tell y'all what. Let's take a break real quick. And when I come back, I'm going to jump on this one right here. Y'all lace y'all boots up, strap them up real tight. We sitting here live on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I'm Tavon Fennell at The Real Rev T. I'm just telling you right now, we about to crank it up a few notches, and I don't want nobody freaking out about, you know, what the topics I'm about to bring to this table. I'm just saying, it's sports related. Got to talk about it. We sitting here live, y'all. Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. It's the Rev T Sports Revival. We be right back, y'all. Hey, listen here. Crystal Adair, Motivational Minutes, man. Coming up next, right here. Let's go, baby. Ow!
Good morning, this is Crystal M. Adair with our Motivational Minutes, because we are in it to win it. Amen. Motivational speaker here and author. Please go out on today and grab a copy of my book. It is called Therapy, a memoir novella by Crystal M. Adair. That is my testimony, and I promise that it will only bless your life. Family, just like many of you, I am a person who wears many hats. I'm a mother, a teacher, a writer, a speaker. I do this radio spot here on the awesome Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I'm a part of several committees working on different projects. And so I often find myself giving, and pouring out to everybody and everything. In fact, I often find myself pouring out so much that I burn myself out. And that is not good. That is not healthy. So I am here on this morning, family, to remind all of us that we cannot pour from empty vessels. When we get to the point where we are constantly giving, that we're now running on E, we're running on fumes, we have nothing left in the tank, then we can fully expect that at some point we are going to tap out, because we are simply spreading ourselves too thin. It's just like batteries that we use to operate electronics. When those batteries become low, at some point, those batteries are going to need to be recharged or replaced. And many of us are walking around right now with a low battery, batteries that are about to die because we're pouring out to everybody else and we've forgotten to pour into ourselves. So whether it's taking a nice warm bubble bath, or whether you want to have a spa day with your girls, or hang out with a night with your boys, or take a mini vacation somewhere just to put your feet up for a while, we all need to restore, we need to replenish and refresh, and we definitely need to pour back into ourselves. Because again, family, we cannot pour out to everybody else when we are an empty vessel. Amen? Well, this is Crystal M. Adair with our Motivational Minutes. We are in it to win it. Go out and grab a copy of my book. It is called Therapy, a memoir novella by Crystal M. Adair, and is always a shout out to the awesome Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV, where the people's voice and these motivational minutes can be heard.
We specialize custom design t-shirts. Our shirts range from infants to adult 5X. We make shirts for groups, churches, organizations, and we will do personalized shirts of your favorite sports team. If you mention the Rev T Sports Revival or Mountaintop Network Radio, you would get a 10% discount off your first order. You can reach us on Facebook at Rucker Apparel. You can email us at ruckerapparel@gmail.com, or you can even give us a call at 202-577-5903.
Network Radio.
From Rucker Apparel.
Yeah, we here live, y'all, right here in Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I'm Tavon Fennell at the Real Rev T. I told y'all when we come off a break, we about to, I will touch the masses of Thunder. Put some buttons in, y'all. Yeah.
She's a bad man.
Yeah. Just as fine as she can be. Woo, woo. And I know why y'all say, well, hey, Red, why you come back where she's a bad mama jamma? If you following me on Facebook Live right now, at Tavon Fennell, at Rev T Sports Revival, or on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV, you'll see I got up on the screen right now. Transgender athlete denied permission to play in the league's women competition. This being reported 4 hours ago, coming out of USA Today. Transgender Australian rules footballer Hanny Mossy was told she is ineligible for selection in the 2017 national draft for the Australian Football League's women competition. Now, I don't want y'all to get silent on this topic right here. I want y'all to be very in tune of what we talking about and why we talking about it and why we putting it on the forefront. And listen here, I had my executive producer. See, it's somebody that's a little bit bigger than Rev T when it comes to Mountaintop Network Radio DMV. My producer told me be real careful about coming and talking about this subject. But if you know me, that ain't gonna go down like that. Here you got a male, a person that was a man, and they had the sex change to become a female. In other words, he did the Bruce Jenner to Caitlyn Jenner type move. Okay, but now she, as a transgender, wants to go and play amongst other females in the sport. And see, listen here. This is where I had a problem at. I don't care about you having the surgery or, or that's what you feel like, who you want to be or how you want to be. Man, who am I, man? Who am I? I dig it. Okay, I'm cool with that. Be what you want to be. But this is the problem that I have. When you have a person that's transgender and they have male hormones, although they're taking pills and medications to have female hormones, they still have the physicality of a male's body, of a male's strength, playing against these females. I think it's a disadvantage to the competition. See, I know some of y'all like, oh, it's about them being transgender. No, man, come to me. You can't do that to me, man, because I'll tell you the minute. I have lesbians. I have homosexuals in my family. I have transgenders in my family, my blood. And if you mess with them, I will whip your ass. So no, I'm not going down that alley, regardless of how I may feel about whatever. But what I'm trying to say is, I think that it's unfair to allow a transgender athlete to play amongst the women, not because they're transgender. I just think because of the physicality of the body. 703-763-4979 is the number. I'd like to hear y'all opinions on this. Don't shy away from it. And understand, we not here to badge my sisters and brother in the LGBT community. No. This ain't this what it about. This about the rules that's being set. And you got to understand, if it gets approved, then it starts a domino effect. Because then, okay, say if you got Bruce Jenner now want to go play in the women's lingerie league. So do you understand what I'm saying with this? It's like, what is the true purpose of the statement? What's the true purpose of the cause? I'm not trying to debate that. All I'm just trying to say is muscle mass against different muscle mass, and I think it's a disadvantage. And we had this conversation before. Couple of months back, I think it was what the athlete in high school wanted to wrestle amongst the boys, and they didn't want. And I think this was down in Texas. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, that's my personal opinion. I don't believe it's about the gender or the sex change. I just believe it's about the hormones and the mass of the body and the strength of the body. Sorry. You can change and rearrange all you want, but that mask, though, you see the mask of the gentleman or the young lady, or however the transgender mask is on the screen. Now, could you imagine him or her lining up against female athletes? I'm just saying. Look real cock diesel to me. I'm just saying. 703-763-4979 is the number. I just see y'all a little touchy on this one, but man, they talking about it. I just brought it to the table. Hey, we sitting there live, Mount Top Network Radio, DMV. I'm Tavon Fennell at the Real Rev T. You want to call in? I like to hear from you. Always good to hear from the people, to hear your thoughts and what you have to say and how you feel about certain things about what's going on. But y'all want to switch it up, and let's go down to this road then. Louisville has officially fired Coach Rick Pitino. Are you surprised? I mean, you know, they did this a couple of weeks back, but they kind of put the nail in the coffin with this to let you know that he wasn't coming back no more, and they wasn't going to hold him accountable, or I should say have his face around the school anymore, because he's up for a scandal again. So this is nothing new for Rick Pitino. I'm not surprised. I'm not in shock. Why they doing this to Rick Pitino? And you know, him and his other buddy, this what they known for. What's the other coach's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one who just got away with some shadiggity bop and shadiggity bang. They always coming up. Not Huggins, not Bob Huggins. Somebody help me out here, soldiers and soldierettes. We all help me out on this one. Jerry Sutton went back and commented, "Good morning to Big Brother Blake Kelly and Joseph Sakino. We see you, Adolphus Percy Wiggins. Good morning, champ. That's the Black Bear Lowry. Good morning, champ. Corey Allen. Good morning to you." Jerry Sutton said, "I don't have a problem with freedom of you doing what you want to your body or your gender or what you stand for, but I have a problem with trying to change policies and rules, regulations for advantage yourself." Thank you, Jerry. You just kind of put that in the nail in the coffin for me. All in a nutshell. Every now and then, Moses need to earn. I need to earn every now and then. I'm just saying. That's a good point. Good point. Very good point. Appreciate your comments. But listen here, though. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Well, no, because I got one more thing I want to put out there before we go to this break real quick. Where is that? Let me go through my notes. I'm searching. I'm multitasking this morning. We sitting here live, Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I'm Tavon Fennell at the Real Rev T. I'm so glad to be here with the people this morning. I tell it to the hot. I tell it to the cold. You got to let that burgundy and gold fill up your soul. But most of all, when you come to the Sports Revival, to the table, we going to make sure that you know words that we talk about, the things we talk about, we make it able for you to be able to let your voice be heard. At 703-763-4979 is the number. I want to hear from you. I want to hear y'all comments. We got them coming on Facebook Live coming in. I want to hear, pick up the phone and call in. You can always click on the link or catch the replays here on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. Catch them on iTunes, Stitches, Podbean, wherever it might fit you. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and take this break. And when we come back, y'all, I want to talk about this upcoming NBA season that's going down. Y'all feel good? I feel good on the Tuesday. We sitting here live, y'all, right here at Mountaintop Network Radio. It's the Rev T Sports Revival. I'm Tavon Fennell at the Real Rev T. We going to take a break. When we come right back, y'all, we going to sit here and talk about this NBA. Who's going to be hot and who's not. Y'all ready? Come on, lace them up. Strap them up real tight and march with me, baby. We live right here at Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. It's the Rev T Sports Revival. Let's go, baby. Ow!
Ow, she's a bread. Ow.
Mountaintop Network Radio.
Hey y'all, this is Claudette from Russell Apparel, where we specialize custom design t-shirts. Our shirts range from infants to adult 5X. We make shirts for groups, churches, organizations, and we will do personalized shirts of your favorite sports team. If you mention the Rev T Sports Revival or Mountaintop Network Radio, you would get a 10% discount off your first order. You can reach us on Facebook at Russell Apparel. You can email us at russellapparel@gmail.com, or you can even give us a call at 202-577-5903.
Network Radio.
From Russell
This is Maurice Wood with Goldfish Real Estate. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Washington metropolitan area, give me a call, 240-356-3580. When you do, mention Mountaintop Network Radio and receive a free CMA on your current home. Once again, this is Maurice Wood with Goldfish Real Estate. Give me a call today, 240-356-3580. Real estate is a relationship business. Let's build one.
Mountaintop Network Radio.
Crystal M. Adair on Mountaintop Network Radio, where the people's voice can be heard. I'm a motivational speaker and an author of the newly released Therapy, a memoir novella by Crystal M. Adair. Go click on Amazon right now. Get your 5-star copy with great reviews. I promise you, it's a book that will change your life. Again, Crystal M. Adair with Mountaintop Network Radio. Tune in again for my motivational minutes.
Mountaintop Network Radio.
This is Stephen Askins, host of The Inside Blues. You can catch me Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. right here on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. And we will break down the Thursday night game, talk about the Sunday games, give you injury and fantasy pointers. So tune in Sunday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. right here on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV.
Seagrass Nation, I tell it to the young, I tell it to the old. Yes. You got to let that burgundy gold fill up your soul. Burgundy gold! Yeah. Here we stand, 2017, draft day. Yes.
Yeah, we live, y'all, right here in Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I'm Tavon Fennell at the Real Rev T. We sitting here live, y'all. Good morning, Donna Hopkins. We see you, mama. Good morning to you. Yeah, Joey Sutton say John Calipari and Rick Pitino. There you go. That's that Bama name. Calipari. Yeah. They on the bus this morning, y'all. We feel so good being here with the people. Yeah. Y'all ready? Come on, let's go. NBA start this week, though, y'all. They kick off the season to do their thing like a chicken wing. And you know, if you ask me who would be the favorite going into this NBA season, Everybody is saying the Golden State Warriors. Okay, we all know that. Yada yada, woody woo, pooty poo, poo 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 poo. I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, can I really tell you something? To me, I think this year, NBA's teams that have been assembled, okay, I think it's a wide open competition on all the teams right now. Even the ones that's been bad in the past, I think this is a wide open competition for everybody like Lottie Dottie to get an opportunity. I mean, let's talk about it, man. Let's look at some of the things that have happened over the off season, the moves that have been made. I don't have to sit there and dwell on them. Y'all already know what they are. People talking about them day in and day out. My business here is to bring a conversation about this. You got teams like the San Antonio Spurs. What's going to come in them? Are they going to rise to the occasion? They've been stalemates in the NBA this year. In the years and past, over the last 17 years. What type of Ginobili you gonna see this year coming to the table? What what type of Kawhi Leonard you gonna see step up and lead this team to the promised land? Tony Parker, he getting old in age. Things you got to look at, but yet and still though, this San Antonio Spurs like to find themselves in the playoffs. Then you got to go look at what's going on down in Houston with the Houston Rockets. Yeah, you got to look at this, man, and the moves that have been made and how these things are all going to pan out. Let's go to Oklahoma. It's a lot of stories that are going to be told when it comes to this NBA season. Good morning to big brother Myron Pendle. We see you, champ. James Manley, good morning to you, family. Y'all take a moment, go share the post with the people. Let them know what we doing here Monday through Friday, God willing, 9:05 live. And we try to say 9:05. Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. Always so glad to see the people tuning in. We sitting there talking a little NBA. NBA started tonight. Boston Celtics go face the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, they say the Cavaliers going to honor Kyrie Irving, for his time and his championships that he won. Okay, yada, yada. The Houston Rockets, they're going to go play the Golden State Warriors. That should be a good game for us to look at. And there's a whole bunch of other games, that are going to go down tomorrow to really kick off the season. But, you got teams like the Boston Celtics that you got to look at. Picking up Kyrie Irving, the moves that they made within their team. It's a lot of things that could happen this year in the NBA, basically what I'm trying to say. And sometimes you might see kings fall. You got teams like Philadelphia, the 76ers. They done made some moves in the offseason, and they got a lot of young players, and I say this time and time again, you go to the schoolyard all you want and fight the bully day in and day out, but after a while, you're going to stop getting beat up by the bully and you're going to fight back. Could that be the Philadelphia 76ers this year? It's a lot of factors to look into when you talk about this NBA this year. You got the Dallas Mavericks down there. You got Nogowitz talking about, the NBA not like what it used to be. Has he got frustrated to the point to where he's not going to give it his all? Or is he going to go and try to lead the Dallas Mavericks on his last hurrah ride? These are things the questions that are going to be answered in the long run. These are things that we're going to find out if it's a good or if it's a bad situation in the long run. And I really say this, a lot of these things will all pan out pretty much by the All-Star break. I anticipate Dallas to be trying to trade Nurkiewicz after a while. I'm just saying that's just coming from me and my personal opinion. To try to, one, get him out of there, because, two, if Dallas not in being a contender by when you get to the All-Star break, he's going to want to get out of there. He's going to want to be out of there, and his time is going to be done. You know, you got the New Orleans Pelicans. You got to look at it and see what's going on down there. You know, are they going to be like jail? Are they going to be like glue? Or are they going to be like different divisions and canals of running water? You go your way, and I'll go my way. And if I see you along the way, then, hey, maybe I'll pass the ball to you one day. It's a whole lot of things that you could talk about and when it comes to this NBA this season. I think me personally, you know, everybody talking about the Los Angeles Lakers are back. No, they not back yet. They might find themselves getting a 8th or 7th spot in the playoffs, maybe. You know, I like to see how Miami is going to forward out this year. They done lost a lot of key pieces to their puzzles. Is Miami just a toy-around team right now? The Milwaukee Bucks. You know, the Minnesota Timberwolves. These are teams that you have to look out for in this first half of the season to see, are they ready to take themselves to another level, or are they going to still stay in the same situation that they're in? We got all of this drama going on in the New York Knicks. They done got old Mr. Crybaby Carmelo Anthony out of there. They done shipped them off to OKC. So how are the Knicks going to be now? You know, are they going to become the whipping boys of the NBA for a minute? See, these are things that I worry about. Oh yeah, man. And Jerry Sutton say the sleeper team this year may be the Milwaukee Bucks. Good morning, Tamika Alfred Davis. We see you, Mama. All Red Davis. Tamika All Red Davis. We see you, Mama. Good morning. Rick Guerrero say, can the Wiz get to the conference finals? I mean, that's the question to be answered. But if you got to go through Boston, if you got to go through Cleveland to get to that point, then I don't know. I don't know. You know, and let's not forget, you know, you could talk about this all-star or this little, all-star team that the Cavaliers have tried to assemble. But the big question on them is, one, can they stay healthy? Derrick Rose? You know, Isaiah Thomas, he's still kind of recovering, you know, from the little hip injury thing he had. And I mean, Randall Martin say, I think Cleveland has a better roster than what they had last year. I think so, too. But again, Randall, and I appreciate you for your comments. But again, I say this, though. Can they stay healthy, though? You know, and the question is, with Kyrie Irving in Boston, he broke away from LeBron so he could be a leader. Is he going to go lead? Is he going to lead? You know, sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. And I'm not doubting Kyrie Irving or his skills. We've seen him take over ball games. We've seen him lead the Cleveland Cavaliers to a championship when LeBron was nowhere to be found. I seen it with my own eyes. And I believe many of you never forget that game 6 and 7. Not this conference finals, but a year ago. So at the end of the day, you know, it's questions still to be answered in the NBA. You know, you can look at teams like the Sacramento Kings, the Orlando Magic, the Phoenix Suns, the Toronto Raptors. You know, where they all going to fit into this? The Utah Jazz. You know, somebody that was part of the piece of their puzzle. Hayward, he done rolled out. So at the end of the day, when you look at this NBA and you look at the landscape of the things, I mean, to me, it's wide open till we get about the NBA All-Star break. And please don't ask me about the Washington Wizards, because they swear up and down that they contenders this year. And much as I love the Wizards, the Bullets, been following them since I was a young boy. I remember my daddy had me in the car when they won the championship back in '78 out at the Cap Center. But what I'm trying to say to this, you know, this situation and this thing here, when it comes to the Washington Wizards, how can you say you're a contender when you really didn't make any all-season moves to contend? That's just my personal opinion. And that's not a knock on John Wall. That's not a knock on Bradley Beal. That's not listen here. That's not a knock on anybody on the Washington Wizards team. But at the end of the day, though, I think Washington is a playoff team. Yes, but Eastern Conference final contender? Nah. It's going to take a whole lot of shadiggity bop and a shadiggity bang for the Washington Wizards to get to that point, to find themselves in that situation. Don't want to hurt nobody's ears, but I mean, I'm just telling it like it T.I. is. We just seen this scenario and fools go in the Washington DMV area when it comes to sports. Ask the Capitals. Ask the Nationals. I'm just being realistic. And if you ever want to know how to tie-dye the red, white, and blue, hit me up. I'll give you a lesson. Randall Martin say, Cleveland is a better roster. Oh, no. Be careful what you ask for. That's right. Solid starting five. Rick Guerrero said, I got tongue twisted. Rick Guerrero say, Randall Martin, be careful what you ask for, Red. Boston lost some great people. Oh, yeah. I mean, I believe that. But I'm just saying, I'm talking about Kyrie Irving be grateful with be careful what he asks for. He better go up there and make sure he lead that Boston Celtics team. You know, Boston got some good pieces. Let's don't forget about Smart up there too. Jerry Sutton say the Cavs will run out of gas at the end of the year. They used to run on high tests, but now it's just regular gas. They got older, not younger. Exactly. I'm just saying, you think about this. We talk about this and a whole lot more as the season pan in. But what I want to do is I want to take a break, and when I want to come back, I just want to kind of go through NFL Week 6 real quick, just kind of hit some of the highs and some of the lows, some of the ends, some of the outs. I mean, some of the things that just kind of shock the people, I'm just saying. We sit here live, y'all, right here at Mountaintop Network Radio. I'm Savon Fennell at The Real Rev T on Twitter, S4 Revival on Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all go pick us up on iTunes at Mountaintop Network Radio. And make sure you go to YouTube, Rev T Sports Revival. Catch up all the shows on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever it might fit you. Look, we're going to take a break and be right back, y'all. We moving on up. NFL Week 6 recap, the highs and lows. When we come back, y'all, let's go, baby. Ow, watch with me.
Specialized custom design t-shirts. Our shirts range from infants to adult 5X. We make shirts for groups, churches, organizations, and we will do personalized shirts of your favorite sports team. If you mention the Rev T Sports Revival or Mountaintop Network Radio, you would get a 10% discount off your first order. You can reach us on Facebook at Rucker Apparel. You can email us at ruckerapparel@gmail.com, or you can even give us a call at 202-577-5903.
Network Radio.
From Rucker Apparel.
This is Maurice Wood with Ghosted Real Estate. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Washington metropolitan area, give me a call, 240-356-3580. When you do, mention Mountaintop Network Radio and receive a free CMA on your current home. Once again, this is Maurice Wood with Ghosted Real Estate. Give me a call today, 240-356-3580. Real estate is a relationship business. Let's build one.
Mountaintop Network Radio.
Crystal M. Adair on Mountaintop Network Radio, where the people's voice can be heard. I'm a motivational speaker and an author of the newly released Therapy, a memoir novella by Crystal M. Adair. Go click on Amazon right now. Get your 5-star copy with great reviews. I promise you, it's a book that will change your life. Again, Crystal M. Adair with Mountaintop Network Radio. Tune in again for my motivational minutes.
Mountaintop Network Radio.
This is Stephen Askins, host of The Inside Blitz. You can catch me Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. right here on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. And we will break down the Thursday night game, talk about the Sunday games, give you injury and fantasy pointers. So tune in Sunday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. right here on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV.
Mountaintop Network Radio.
See, Redskin Nation, I tell it to the young, I tell it to the old. But you got to let that burgundy gold fill up your soul. Burgundy gold! Now, here we stand, 2017, draft day.
Yeah, we sitting here live, y'all, right here live. Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I'm Savon Fennell at the Real Red Sea. I'm so glad to be here with the people this morning. I see y'all streaming on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. I appreciate y'all. We 1,000 strong this morning. Let's go. Ow! Yeah, y'all make sure y'all click that link. Save it to your phone. Save it to your PCs, your screen. It's free, y'all. You can listen to us 24/7. Box us up and ship us off to heaven. Yeah. I feel good this morning, but let's get right into it, though, y'all. I said I was going to top on this NFL week 3. I said week 3 times 2 yesterday, so that I guess that equals 6. Did I say that? Yeah, that's right. But it was some good games this week. And it was some good outcomes to some games, and then it was some games that was like a kind of shocker. And then also, you seen some NFL quarterbacks and go out there and do what they've been doing for years, like Tom Brady. Y'all want to talk about it? Good. Let's get into this. NFL Week 6 right here live, y'all. Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. 703-763-4979 is the number. Always like to hear from the people, hear your thoughts about what's going on. Why tweet about it when you can talk about it right here on Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV, where the people's voices can be heard. Y'all ready to get into this? Man, let's go. Let's go. Because we can go look at this game with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. That was a good game. Cam Newton and company, they fell short 28-23. The Eagles went on and continue to be 5-1 in the NFL with a big game coming up against Washington, which we'll start to hop into Thursday or Friday to talk about. I mean, it's no use of sitting here trying to drag on some Redskin talk and they don't play until Monday night. You want to go listen to it, there's other shows out there that I encourage you to go listen to. But on another note, Trubisky is here. Trubisky is here. That's right, the young buck, Trubisky out there. Okay, 113 yards, 1 touchdown. They played a nice, slow, controlled game with the youngster. But listen here, he did enough. He went out there, he made plays when he had to, and the Bears ended up beating the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, the Ravens, 27-24 was the final score. So congratulations to Trubisky in his NFL debut winner. He delivered. He brought some hype to the people. And, I mean, you know, when you got a running back out there sitting there running 176 yards, I mean, it's easy for a quarterback to win the game. I'm just saying that's my personal opinion. But then let's go to the Browns and the Houston Texans. They went down to Texas to go face them boys, and well, the Browns, they still 0-6. And our hometown, you know, kind of, you not favored or we rooting for. That's right. Y'all know who it is. We talking about Kevin Hogan. Well, that starting job that he had earned a couple of weeks back might be taken away from him because the Texans, they were beat on the Browns and the final score was 33-17. They beat up on them boys. But look, though, here's a shocker right here, though. 23-17 was the final score when the Green Bay Packers went to go face the Minnesota Vikings. And if you looked at this game, the Packers, they was in a good rhythm against this Viking teams until their ace boom coon, their baba laba stopper, Aaron Rodgers, got hurt in the game. And it's being reported that he's out for the year with a dislocated collarbone. And the Minnesota Vikings went on to beat them 23-10. The Packers already came out and said Huntley will be their starting quarterback next week. Quarterback, that is, next week. The Detroit Lions, though, y'all, when the Saints go marching in, I think the Saints, they got a little mad because the young boy take the wide receiver from the Detroit Lions. He tried to do the rock solid bottom slam jammers, whatever the hell you want to call it on their turf. And well, they responded. Drew Brees had 186 yards for 2 touchdowns, but it was Mike Ingram that really had a good day. 114 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Again had a 66-yard combined for 1 touchdown. Matt Stafford was out there throwing the ball. 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. But at the end of the day, though, when it all came down to it, it was the Saints defense that really shut the Detroit Lions down, and they went on to win that game. 52-38 was the final score. We sit there live right here, Mountaintop Network Radio, just kind of recapping NFL Week 6. I want to hear from you. Anything that might have stood out, a shocker, a showstopper to you. 703-763-4979 is the number you want to call in, man. Good morning to Big Brother Sean Fennell. We see you tuning in, man. Can't believe we sit there on Tuesday already, y'all. It was just Monday yesterday, now it's Tuesday today, and I see y'all tuning in, man. The Dolphins, listen here, they done went and beat up on the Falcons. 20-17 was the final score. I mean, you know, this Falcons team, man, when you talk about these Falcons, they up and down with how Matt Ryan want to get down. He threw for 248 yards. Julio Jones had 72 yards, but no touchdowns. And when you can't get your run game going and your defense sucks, well, this is the results that you're going to get. And another thing that I think is the problem when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons, I think the new offensive coordinator doesn't know how to use Matt Ryan and the weapons that he has around him, because there's nowhere in the world you could go from a Super Bowl contender to being at the situation where you at right now, being 3-2. That's just my personal opinion. Jay Cutler, that Bama ain't do too much, but he did throw for 2 touchdowns, though. But it was a job that really helped the Dolphins get off to what they needed. He had 130 yards rushing. Made a lot of big plays in that game. So, again, the Dolphins, they beat the Falcons 20-17. The Patriots, well, they came back and they put that thing on the New York Jets, y'all. Tom Brady, do what he do, 257 yards, 2 touchdowns. But you can't knock Josh McCown, 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, leading the Jets. Although they lost 24-17, it was the magic of Tom Brady that brought the Patriots back to save them from losing to this rejuvenated Jets team under Josh McCown. I'm just saying, you got to give credit where credit is due. And, of course, y'all, the Washington Redskins, they beat the San Francisco 49ers. 26-24 was the final score. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, well, they went down to Arizona, and not only did they lose a game, well, they got an injured quarterback situation too now. That's right. Ryan Fitzpatrick had to come in the game after Jameis Winston got hurt, but he didn't lose a beat. What we had to do, he went out there and threw for 290 yards and 3 touchdowns. I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, though, Carson Palmer, he responded with 283 yards and 3 touchdowns. And listen here, this was the big difference in the game right here. Adrian Peterson, who was just traded to the Arizona Cardinals last week in the middle of the week by the Saints. 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Along with Larry Fitzgerald, who had 138 yards, receiving and 1 touchdown. That's a triple threat combination right there. So, congratulations to the Arizona Cardinals, excuse me, with the win. And let's see, the Jaguars, well, you know, the Jaguars, they a 50-50 team right now. But this Los Angeles Rams team, you know, you got to give big credit to Sean McVay. They out there balling right now. You know, first year head coaching, you got a team 4-2. That's coaching. That's coaching, and he doing it with a media quarterback. In golf, 124 yards, 1 touchdown. But it's Gurley that's out there balling, 116 yards, no touchdowns. But they're using them, and they're playing good defense. And they played a pretty good Jacksonville Jaguars team that then upsetted some good teams this year. So hats off to the Los Angeles Rams. But then you go to Pittsburgh, and you say, well, we going to pack our bags and go to play the Kansas City Chiefs, coming off of, you know, a win against Washington or the previous week or so. And then they had the Steelers come to town. Well, Big Ben and them said, we going to bounce back, man, from the 5 interceptions I threw. And I'm going to go out here and throw for 252 yards and 1 touchdown. And then I'm going to let Bell just run all over the damn field on this Kansas City Chiefs team and get 179 yards and a touchdown. Oh, I can't forget, I threw the ball to Antonio Brown for 455 yards and the touchdowns. So at the end of the day, our defense went out there and shut down Kareem Hunt and Alex Smith. So if I'm Big Ben, I'm happy as hell right now. They 4-2, and the Chiefs fall to 5-1, and there's no more undefeated teams in that field this season. On another note, the Chargers beat the Raiders 17-16. The New York Giants, they beat the Denver Broncos. That's right, y'all. The Giants are no longer winless at this time, y'all. They went and beat the Denver Broncos 23-10 was the final score. And then Monday night, underneath the bright lights, y'all, Marcus Mariota, he came back to play after being injured for a week or so. 306 yards, 1 touchdown. But it was actually the play of Derrick Henry that it seemed that couldn't be stopped by the Colts. So 36-22 was the final score in that game. But listen here, though, y'all. We had a good show for the people. I tell it to the hot. I tell it to the cold. You got to come to the sports revival to fill up your soul. I'm Savon Fennell, that's the Real Red MC. I want to thank all of you for tuning in this morning with us right here live on Mountaintop Network Radio. Shouts out to Crystal and Madea, y'all. Happy belated birthday to you from everybody at Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. We did it on your birthday, but I didn't do it on the air, mama. Happy birthday to you. Big shouts out to Steven Askin, y'all. Inside_Blitz right here, Mountaintop Network Radio, DMV. Maurice Wood, Ghost and Real Estate. Claudette Nair, y'all. Rucker Braille. I tell it to the hot. I tell it to the cold. I don't want to talk to nobody crying, and I don't want to dance or deal with nobody signifying. Hey, man, I'm Savon Fennell at the Real Red T. I'll see y'all tomorrow, baby. Believe, baby. Watch with me. Ow!